Hi Gemini, and welcome to your May tarot reading. My name is Julia Aurelia and I am going to pull some cards from my Magic Soul Tarot for you today. We're going to do the Celtic Cross. That gives us a nice overview of your month, and I'm going to end the reading with some oracle cards. Alright, what is the energy for Gemini? As always, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. However, I do want to say, watch your Rahu. Rahu in Vedic astrology is your North Node. I am a fan of Vedic astrology as it is what is truly in the sky at the time of your birth. Some people think Western astrology would be the same, but that's not the case. It's not what is in the sky right now. You can just simply check this by getting a star app. Check out the sky and see where the moon is, and you will often realize it is not in the sign that Western astrology is saying it is. So therefore, check out Vedic astrology and check out your Rahu. I think that's so fascinating. I do resonate quite strongly with my Rahu, and I just recently found out, and so yeah, maybe you want to check that out as well and give me a feedback if you do resonate with your Rahu. Oh, voila. I'll have those two cards as an additional info. I'll give a bit more of a shuffle. We have the Two of Pentacles and we do have the Seven of Wands. Something could be like a little bit turbulent here, I feel. So there is the energy of a little bit of managing. Maybe you have a lot to do, a lot to manage. That could simply be being busy with work. Could be a little bit of an up and down. It's the Two of Pentacles. It's the never-ending story of things that we need to do in everyday life. So at the moment for May, you might feel like, okay, and now I need to sort this and this and this, and that can be a bit overwhelming. So maybe you need to set priorities and see what's really important now and have a bit of a structure here. There is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is an energy where somebody might be in a very defensive position here. Maybe this is you. Maybe you feel like you need to stand up for yourself, especially when there is this energy of, I'm doing a bit here, I'm doing a bit here. Oh my God, this is all overwhelming. I need to stand up for myself now. And basically maybe defend yourself, defend your position, or maybe just do what you feel like is necessary at the moment in order to stand up for yourself and maybe get some help. The Seven of Wands can talk about a conflict, and it's basically a conflict that comes from you from the outside. So it's less an inner conflict, but more something that you are being confronted with from the outside. Even though you might have a good position in this whole scenario, it is about not taking things so personally that come to you from the outside. It's also about defending yourself, defending your space, defending your inner peace. So yeah, like I said, there is a little bit of a turbulence energy for you in May, where I feel like you are, it's the energy of defending your inner peace and to not take things or let them get too close to you. Ah yeah, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Just look at that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. I can see that this is kind of like reflecting in here as well. So yeah, now that's interesting. Good. And we have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. So quite an intense reading here. I do feel like in the past energy with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, it's about nurturing your emotions, or maybe you nurture the emotions of another person. It's help and support. So that could mean that somebody, it's a really good friend, I have to say. The Queen of Cups, if you just tune into the energy, she's so compassionate, so caring. She really wants you to be happy, to feel good. So there might have been somebody from the outside, no matter of, sorry, stuck between English and German, no matter if male or female, who was very supportive on an emotional level, who listened to you, who said, oh my God, Gemini, I do understand how you feel. So that's a strong energy with the Queen of Cups. The other energy with the Queen of Cups would talk about you embodying this. basically taking care of your emotions, of your feelings, filling your cup first. It's the energy of self-love, where you might have been confronted with that, and you might have looked deeper into that and really took care of yourself. Now, very often with the Queen of Cups, it's about having compassion for others, let me describe it in a different way. So the Queen of Cups is somebody who really, really cares for others. And she's always there. She always listens. She always supports. But sometimes, because she understands why people feel in a certain way or act in a certain way, what happens is, with all that care and understanding that she is giving outside to other people, she forgets herself. So that's basically the lesson with the Queen of Cups, to not forget our own emotional needs. So that is an energy that was present in the past. Maybe you realized you need to attend to your own emotional needs. Maybe you realized you're giving too much to the outside. Or, like I said, there might have been a really good friend, male or female, who supported you. At the moment, you are in the energy of the moon, which is quite interesting because the sun is the thing that is the challenge, and it's a good pair to have in that situation, because the moon talks about that there's something that you cannot see at the moment. Something might be hidden from you. You might have an intuitive hint connected to that situation. But the moon talks about fears, about insecurities, maybe because you cannot see something clearly. So let's go into the different aspects here. So for May, either you cannot see something clearly, something might be hidden from you. A situation might be different than you think it is. And then with the Sun card, it does make so much sense, because what is the challenge? To see something clearly. So this is why those two cards in these positions are quite classic, playing together with each other here. The moon could also talk about that there's something where you feel insecure. Therefore, your biggest challenge could be to feel secure, to feel positive, to feel confident. Then with the moon, there might be something that is on your mind. The moon also talks about the mind. It's not just the emotions, but what you think about. And so there might be thoughts that keep you awake at night. Maybe even some sort of thoughts that are disturbing, which actually we do see with the Nine of Swords here. So it's about the biggest challenge. It's about clearing those thoughts, being positive, being optimistic, being positive. Said that already. So the moon energy is quite a challenge. And therefore, it just does make a lot of sense that the positive aspects of the sun, which would clear away all of that at the moment, are your biggest challenge. Let's have a look into the thoughts, because I do feel like the way you think about a situation is significant here in this matter. The Seven of Swords is an energy where you think about deception. There might be an energy of deception or of maybe even lies. Somebody might be quite cunning here. And maybe this is why you feel insecure. Maybe this is why you feel like you cannot see something. Because there might be a strategy where somebody might do something behind your back. Though I do feel like you're consciously thinking about that person, and maybe you have an intuitive hint that you feel like, oh, this person is doing something behind my back. On the other hand, because the Seven of Swords is a difficult energy, especially with the moon, and I do feel like something is covered, because with the Seven of Swords, somebody could have a strategy to do something at night so that the person is not being caught. But I do feel in some shape or form you are already thinking about this. You are already aware of this. And that might be the part why you are a bit I feel like a restless, nervous energy here. The other part, and that's kind of like a different story, not for all of you, this is about another person. This can be about you and about a strategy. So with the Seven of Swords, you might ask yourself, is this the right strategy within that situation? And I feel like you are having difficulties in deciding upon something because at the moment you cannot really see clearly. So it's the re-evaluation, the 7 of, is this the right strategy? We do have another 7. And with this card, you could also ask yourself, is this situation really worth fighting for? Is this situation really worth the struggle? Because something, I feel like, is keeping you out of balance. There is an out of balance energy, slightly lacking stability here. It could be like the flow, the up and down, a flowing energy, but in some shape or form I feel like this is overwhelming. There's an energy that is slightly overwhelming. And then, is it really worth the struggle? Is it really worth the fight? Is this the right strategy? Emotionally, I feel like you do, however, even though there are some thought processes that seem to be quite challenging, emotionally I feel like you're more and more at home with yourself. It's the energy of wholeness, of calm, of harmony. So that's one part of the world. The other part of the world is that emotionally you are ready to close a chapter. You're turning your back to the past and you are ready to really let go now of something and basically go into the new chapter. I think you are at peace with something that you can now let go of. It's like, no, that's okay. This chapter is over and I'm okay with that. So there is a quite peaceful energy here, even though we have this nervousness connected to the situation with the 7 of Swords, with the moon. Emotionally, on the other hand, there's quite a calm vibe. You're moving into the 9 of Swords. I do feel like the 9 of Swords is just a continuation here. So I don't see like anything else coming beside what is already happening, beside what's already on your mind. It only tells me that this is a situation that is now being dragged on a little bit. So this is basically what's then coming towards you. And I feel like it's the same energy. There's something you really think about. You worry about something. I don't see this, and I also do not feel this as anything else but what I just talked about here. You yourself are in the energy of the 2 of Cups, so you might be in a relationship, in a connection where you feel very harmonious and at peace with. It might also, if you are not in a relationship, mean that you are at peace with yourself. You're very balanced. You have balanced your male and female energies and you feel like very complete here as well, which is quite, it's like the same, it's like the marriage with yourself. Yeah, being at peace with yourself, marriage with yourself here, with your own male and female energies. So that's really beautiful. So yeah, if I now move, it also can talk about that there is some sort of relationship where the both of you are sharing the same feelings, the same values and the same goals. If we now, however, go to the next card, this can talk about the person that you're with. It can talk about a person that you're dealing with, and we have a 5 of Pentacles. So there is an energy of lack. It could be a lack of stability. It could be a loss of finances. It could be kind of like any kind of lack. It doesn't need to be a lack mentality, but the person that you're with might be experiencing some sort of lack. Lack in finances, loss of finances, lack of stability, loss of stability, challenges connected to the finances and stability in general. You can also expand this a little bit. There might be a lack of understanding a lack of emotions, a lack of caring, whatever this lack is. It might be connected to a person that you're dealing with. If you're not dealing with a person, this is connected to your outside environment. And that again means that something you're lacking, like your outside environment is lacking something. May that be connected to the environment of a job, the environment of your home, where you're living at the moment. So there is surrounding you, something outside of you is showing some sort of lack and instability. Hopes and fears, the Six of Cups. So with the Six of Cups, it's memories from the past. Well, maybe you are hoping for something or someone from the past coming back, or you're like, oh my God, this is my biggest fear, that that thing from the past or that person from the past is coming back. So yeah, that's basically what we see here. Also with the Six of Cups, well, it's a sense of nostalgia. So you might hope for the good old times to come back. That could be something here. Let me tune into this. I have a feeling there's a little bit more. What are the hopes and fears for Gemini? There might be something from the past that is hunting you, which maybe is why we have a bit of a struggle here. Well, I mean, the thing is, with the Six of Cups, it is an overcoming of an emotional, challenging time. Maybe that's what you're hoping for, that the emotional challenges that you went through, that might have included a loss, a separation, a disappointment, grief, sadness, that you might hope that you will be able to overcome this. So that this is just, or is only a memory. You're moving into a beautiful energy, so there is hope. There is hope in terms of the Ace of Wands. There is an exciting new opportunity on the horizon. There is a potential for growth, a potential for excitement, maybe a new hobby, a new job. Maybe you feel more excited, you feel inspired, you feel energetic or motivated. So all of this, I feel, the heaviness, the challenges, I feel like they're going to lift probably more around the end of the month, maybe beginning of June, but I do feel like there's a shift and you're gonna feel energetic, inspired, motivated. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Emperor, and the Emperor talks about structure. Maybe you need a bit of structure. Structure and routine gives security. It might mean bringing order into chaos, or setting boundaries. Setting boundaries, being disciplined, might be setting boundaries and being disciplined with yourself. Might be setting boundaries in order to protect yourself. But there is some sort of structure, I feel like. Some sort of structure that you need, or that is going to help you. The Emperor can also talk about advice. Maybe there's somebody who can give you good advice. What do we have here? Oh my goodness, accept help. Yeah, look at that. The Yin Moon, accept help. Well, if this is about advice, accept the help, ask for help. That's obviously a very important lesson as well to go through, to open yourself up to receiving, which is quite interesting because we had this to a degree with the Queen of Cups in the past, the Queen who's always giving and understanding, and who also needs to give herself what she gives so freely to others, but obviously can also talk about then asking for help, which doesn't need to be emotionally. I do more feel like it's relevant to the energy that we saw here, because the last thing I said was there could be somebody who gives you good advice, and then we have here accept help. So this person might be a leader in a leading position, has a lot of experiences, is very stable, very secure. let's see. What are the energies for Gemini? The energies for Gemini. And the sacred well. Okay, so replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. This definitely wants to go here to the Queen of Cups, because that's literally all we talked about at the beginning. So I do feel like within all of that, maybe you have started your journey on looking inward, self-love and giving yourself, so that you again then can give from a place of plenty. This card is basically underlying everything that we talked about, but it might be important that you keep on doing that. And this is a little reminder that especially when you are in these challenging energies, I feel like it's more a challenge of the mind, that it's important to practice self-care so that you at some point then can give from a place of plenty. So really take the time to replenish, to take care of yourself, and nurture yourself, and maybe ask for help in some shape or form. That might be important, so that you have the space to take care of yourself, where you feel safe and secure, and you're like, okay, now I really can take care of myself. Because obviously if we don't feel safe, if we feel like there's so much to do, and if there's such a stressy vibe, well, obviously this is a time where we do need to do something, but often we feel like we can't do anything now because there are so many other things that need our focus first. But especially in those times, and I mean, I'm the worst with that, I have to say, because I'm like, oh my god, I need to do this and this and this and this, and what I really need to do is take the time to rest and replenish myself and to take care of myself, because then I'm much better in what I'm doing again. So that's a very big lesson that I'm struggling with myself. So I know it's sometimes easier said than done, but especially in this time, I feel like it's so important to practice self-care and to replenish yourself again. All right, Gemini, this is your reading for May. I hope you resonate with it. If so, please leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel. And this is my little promise for you. There will be more readings in the future. There has been a lot going on in my life. However, I am very, very excited myself to be able soon to be more present again here on this English channel. So see you guys next time.